So the breakdown between Deion Sanders and Jackson State University's fans is getting more messy by the day. Like, where do we start? Let's just say that the mismanagement of funds, that's all being exposed right now. And for anybody who ever worked at this type of institution or you attended these institutions as a student, you already know how prevalent this type of activity is. And the cover-up is always phenomenal, right? Some of these conniving people are never prosecuted and most of them are able to keep their jobs, totally running amok, and this is a part of the reason why our institutions are stagnant and continue to fail. Months ago, Coach Prime made this statement here.
They may not like it, but I ain't lying. How can we have 60,000 people in the darn stadium? You talking about we sold out, and I checked the receipts and we done sold 28,000 tickets. Now y'all better find out who's stealing because that affects my pocket. You may not like it, but I ain't lying. So it's a lot of stuff like that, and it's more that goes on that we got to address. And I just have the audacity to address it.
And now you have more people saying that what Coach Prime said in that video is indeed true. Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Click the notification bell for all updates. You have articles going around speaking on discrepancies in the numbers. Which numbers? We're talking about the ticket sales for Jackson State's football games during Coach Prime's time at the school. People are calling out JSU for the misuse of football funds, claiming that you had individuals stealing money from the football program by moving it to general funds and scholarships, basically stealing from Coach Prime and the players. And according to a source, they believe that has a lot to do with why Deion Sanders is leaving. Word is there was a clause in his contract between JSU and Deion Sanders that after 30,000 ticket sales, the coach will receive a percentage of the sales. That didn't happen the whole time that he was there. The data was always incorrect for the ticket sales numbers. Somehow the proceeds from thousands of ticket sales went missing. And Deion Sanders, the football team, nor the staff saw any of that money. Now, there was also a lucrative TV deal in place that Coach Prime wanted to get, but the university did not. Sources say that Coach Prime used his own money to build a new locker room, all the new designs. That came from Coach Prime's pocket. The new players' lounge, all of it. He also used his own money to feed his players. All of the fancy meals you saw the players eating, Coach Prime paid for that. When JSU went to the Celebration Bowl last year, the school didn't give any money back to athletics. You know, when these schools play in these big bowls, they earn a lot of money by participating. So the football team, they're bringing in the money, but none of that money that they made off them went back to the football team. In fact, it's being said that the school didn't give money back to athletics at all after that Celebration Bowl.
It's paid to the schools. Both schools get a sum of money. Mm-hmm. My question was, if we went out there and we the ones did that, why are we splitting some? That we did that. The football program did that. The school didn't do that. Yeah. The football program did that. So those are my questions as well as concerns.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see that. How is that regulated and dispensed?
Right.
Dispersed, rather.
That's the key word. Because, again, and I heard you speak about it, like, the guys in that locker room are the ones putting their lives on the line.
True that.
They're risking their health and safety. Obviously, if something's coming back to the school, majority of it should be for the people who
at least show me the percentage.
Okay.
And I'm fair. Show me the percentage. And I know we have some things that we need to address amongst the school, but we did this, man. Mm-hmm. Let's take care of us and the things that we have, shortcomings that we have right now, and then we'll deal with the school needs.
And I know a lot of you by now, you know that he used his own money to fund a lot of stuff. The university did not help. In fact, they're saying that the president wanted his name in the headlines just as much as Coach Prime. And here's a part that's being reported right here that's crazy. They said that Coach Prime wanted to coach the Celebration Bowl this year. You know, it's coming up in about a week. But the JSU president said no. The Celebration Bowl that's taking place in Atlanta, it is sold out. Hopefully between now and next week, people get out of their feelings and make sure that Coach Prime is at that game coaching. Now, this isn't far-fetched because Coach Prime already told us a while ago that these folks allegedly played with the numbers. meaning somebody's up there stealing or mismanaging funds. Basically, every game that he coached, you had a packed stadium, and they for sure hit the 30,000 ticket threshold. But they kept underreporting ticket sales so they can withhold the money from Coach Prime that they owed him. All I can say is it sounds like some nasty, sneaky, conniving people up here, and I guarantee this just wasn't one person involved in this. You had multiple people and administrators involved. So not only did you have the Pookies in the street stealing from Coach Prime, but you had the school's administrators also stealing from him. This is all just disgusting. And then you have a lot of the Deion haters sounding ridiculous, like some bitter disgruntled exes. Coach Prime wanted to complete the season by coaching the Celebration Bowl, but the president said no. So if you don't see him, that's why. It's just amazing how much hate I'm seeing for a man who only helped this institution. Somebody who's not even from the HBCU community. Deion Sanders never attended a black college, but he came in with a passion to really turn things around while putting his own money up to do it. And then you have people saying that he should have stayed there to accomplish the goal. What are you talking about? He did accomplish the goal. He turned that program totally around. A lot of people are not realizing that not only did he accomplish the goal, but he did it quickly. He produced results within the first 2 seasons. What more can you ask for? Did you want him to lay down and die there? And side note, that almost never happens. There's always a revolving door of coaches at these HBCUs. But yeah, he went in there, he wasn't playing any games. He used his resources, connections to lay out a winning blueprint right out the gate. I'm sorry, Coach Prime did everything that he was supposed to do, but it's obvious that no one else showed up to work. The only folks who showed up to make this happen outside of Coach Prime would be the coaching staff and the football players. The administrators showed up for the camera and photo op day. It's like they kept skipping out on leg day. Nah, they didn't want to work. They sat up there eating high off the hog, and every time it was time to put in work in leg day, they missed it. I mean, are you kidding me? They played around with the ticket sales and the money? You know, instead of acting like a bitter ex, they really need to get some class. None of this should be happening. Instead, they should be appreciative of all that he donated to them, all that he's done for them. They should be naming a practice field after Coach Prime, or at least one of those facilities that he invested in. He should be coaching the Celebration Bowl and hosting a parade during the Celebration Bowl in Atlanta, or hosting a celebration in Jackson for the football team with Coach Prime there, sending him off the classy way, closing the chapter on the best era of JSU football to date. You have to realize other people are watching this. It's other Hall of Famers, other guys in the NFL. It's just not a good look. What other Hall of Famer will want to do this, donate his money, time, resources, connections, just to get treated like this when you leave? And then another thing I hear a lot of the critics saying is it's all about him. It's all about him. You could just hear the jealousy oozing out. Coach Prime is indeed a star. He's been one. His confidence, personality, back in the day, his talent, combined with his hard work and results, it can't be taken away from him. And for whatever reason, confidence in a black man is always hated. So I guess that's expected. But more strong leaders are needed in the community to have an impact and develop young men. And acting like a bitter, disgruntled ex-girlfriend is not speaking strength. These young men that he coached, especially the seniors, they are happy to have had the opportunity to be able to be coached by him and learn so much from him. It's definitely helped them tremendously for their future. And now they're prepared for whatever they're willing to continue to put the hard work in for. And then his kids. I know we talk a lot about the younger ones, but his older kids, Deandra and Deion Jr., they have really been doing a great job working with their father. They made sure their father knew how important it was for him to embrace social media and made sure they documented everything. Deion Jr. created his own media company through it all, and he's getting a check with his father. Deandra is working hard and making things happen as well. Both of them working with their father towards a greater goal. They're like 29, 30 years old now, and they're not out here complaining. They put in work. That's why they get rewarded. I think 50 Cent's son could really take some lessons from Deandra and Deion Jr. They saw what their father was doing. They didn't feel entitled to anything. They joined in and decided to work with him and support the family legacy. Because at the end of the day, this is all for them anyway. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started below in the comments. What do you think about JSU promising to pay Coach Prime a percentage of ticket sales? He hit the threshold every time, but the money kept going missing, the ticket sales data missing, What do you think about all of this? Feel free to sound off in the comments. Shout out to Tyrone W. I appreciate you for all of your support for the channel. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.